Didn't you mean a shepherd aptitude?
Our Mattises are getting totally ridiculous.
Oh, you never said that,
oops.
did you?
That was a really cool combo, though. I just thought it looked like he was about to break out, so I'm like, time to Mystic Art. I figured you wouldn't object.
I mean, you had enough meter for sure. You had 6. I only had 4.
That combo is over 10,000 damage, though, and over 30 hits. It might have only cost you 2.
He beat the dragon in 1 hit!
And a fully materialized one at that.
What tremendous power.
You saw that massive malevolence at his back. The Hellion possessing him is far beyond anything we've ever fought.
Yeah, I'll definitely need to get stronger.
That's your reaction? I don't know whether to be worried or relieved.
Well, we've met our first goal.
Well, it would have been nice if we could have investigated before the place got ransacked. But it looks like it happened a long time ago.
There's actually something I've noticed about that. Don't you think that the stones and decorations looted from here may have been used in Pendrago's architecture?
It's possible, given the location and the era.
Right. And if we can find out where they've been used, we might be able to find the hidden history of Pendrago.
If we compare with Lady Lake, which utilized the Vivia subterranean aqueduct, we might find what people in that era were thinking.
Sounds awesome! Good thinking, Mikleo.
And that's not all. If we build upon our current hypothesis...
Hang on. I don't get what's so awesome about this.
But they're so enthused.
Friggin' weirdos.
Guess I'm the clown again.
No, that was a smile of praise to the true king of the Ruin Geeks.
Viva the Ruin Geek Shepherd.
What kind of shepherd is that?
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Then that makes Saray the first.
No objections?
I guess.
You just knocked out the power cord on my laptop.
Is it still knocked out? It's really still knocked out? Oh, there it goes. Should be fine now, right?
It's rebooting.
Oh, your laptop doesn't have a battery?
Not anymore, I don't think. I think it's fried. Oh well. Because, remember, this laptop's been through a lot. But it doesn't hurt the stream at all, because the stream's in the...
Yeah. I just had to... I have to sit on the floor, you know, because... Discord.
Like that's why most people think they're just glass, or some other kind of decoration.
I see. What are they actually made of?
It's not a natural mineral.
They were most likely crafted through the use of multiple seraphic arts. Even so, it's practically unbelievable that there's something inside that lets you see the past.
I wish you could watch anything from the past that you wanted. I'd watch 1,000 years of history.
Better hope you'd live 1,000 years then, because that's how long it'd take.
Oh, right.
That would be hard even for a seraph.
Both iris gems and ruins are just fragments of the past. What's important is what you get out of them. Because history is the architect of our hearts.
Whoa, Mikleo! That was a sweet quote.
You think so? I'm planning to put it in the book I write one day.
Well, aren't you full of surprises?
I mean, don't you think it'd be a waste not to pass on our tale to future generations?
I would love to read your book, Mikleo.
I'll give you a copy. Signed even.
Darn. I gotta come up with my own quote and signature.
That's a priority there.
Just like breaking rocks.
So, next we're going to Ifrit's hunting
Yeah,
grounds?
that's probably a good one.
I think the Crucible's the closest place. We still have to do the Crucible
I figured
eventually,
we'd
but...
knock out all the Giganto monsters and then do the Crucible.
I mean, we might as well do the Earth and Water shrines, really. You know? Because the game advances when we do the Wind Shrine.
Gotcha, Gold.
Yeah.
And I'd rather fight as many bosses as possible before dealing with what is more BS than boss. Oh yeah, we do need to go to Gododdin eventually, but I'm happy taking out Ifrit's hunting grounds and maybe just the Earth Trial Shrine while we're here.
Earth Trial Shrine is real easy.
And it has lots of treasure chests, which means lots of aqua and fire,
Yeah.
right?
I am gonna go. I'm curious of this. Yeah. It is most definitely.
This game's incredibly artificial way of blocking off parts of the world. Hey, look, the Lord of Calamity's standing in the way. It'd be nice to get some rings with fire and aqua on them.
Yeah?
We are in the Pendrago region.
I finished the preparations.
And that is awesome. That will make your arrows hit even harder.
I could not believe just...
What level are we at now? Still, it might be time to switch Lila's title. Yeah, it's always to 2.
Yeah.
Did
Yep.
you do it?
I just can't believe how much, like, better we made our characters with one series of dungeon looting. Like, we're hitting so hard now.
I really like all the complaints these complicated equipment systems get, when our solution is just we just want to stack the 2 best abilities that are, you know, the straightforward best abilities. They're like, the best abilities are Fyra and Aqua. The best equipment setup is whatever gets you as tall of stacks of those as possible. Oh, this is how they force us to...
I don't remember that being the case. I thought...
I'm on another
I mean, that's-
roll
I
today.
thought you could choose which one you wanted to go to first.
No, they're forcing us to go to the Tentacle Ruins.
You mean Tintagel?
And do they actually say it out
Yes,
loud
they
at some
do.
point?
And it's also spelled Tintagel, if you look at how it's spelled. And it sounded like you said tentacle, which is weird.
Tentacle is what I said.
It's G-E-L, not G-L-E. Do we think that's what they're doing, or do we think...
I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. We've definitely done the Earth Shrine before the Water Shrine.
Yeah, usually we do the Earth Shrine second. I think most of the time, because the Earth
Yeah, I
Shrine
think
is
we-
easier.
We just have to go to the ruins.
And this is the closest save point.
I just gotta love the really artificial ways this game enforces sequence. Oh no, we have to check the mural again to remind ourselves where things are, even though we've seen it before, so presumably our party should remember it, right? And now I bet they're gone.
I did have the thought that it could also be an issue with,
With what?
oh, just the... Actually... Hey, can you, that it could be an issue since we already went over to Lady Lake and talked to Alicia, maybe
I mean,
it
you
locks
need me
us.
I doubt it does.
Can you go check my computer real quick? Actually, let me take it. Let me just guess on this real quick. Right. Tell me what it says for the team viewer password so I can RDP back into my desktop.
It's just, I don't know what to even tell you. I don't have a mouse, so I can't get rid of the thing that's popped up.
Here, just take the mouse. Or not.
Because it's saying this was a free blah blah blah.
There. Let me re-pop up to internets. Okay. And... Oops, not Western Bolt Forge. This way. Yeah, restore pages.
Oh, you want the number for the ID?
No, I don't need the ID, just the password. What it says for the password.
4,360?
4360.
436.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Heard you say 426, and I was like, this is a crisis waiting to happen.
Probably not a crisis.
Probably not a crisis, just a minor inconvenience. But you know, same thing, right?
Sure.
And this also has one of those random ruins in it.
Yeah. I can't remember if this one has a boss at the bottom of it. I think most of them do.
I think the only purpose of this particular ruin is a Giganto monster, if I recall. I don't think this one has an Iris gem associated with
Discovery.
it.
I like how the mural at the bottom of the ruins is considered a discovery, so it's...
You think we're locked into the water
That's kind of
trial
what I'm
shrine?
thinking.
That's really bad design, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff in Ifrit's hunting grounds that we would want to go to and deal with.
Well, I guess we'll have to beat up Ashura, and then it'll give us access to all that. Do we want to do this? Go ahead and do this Crucible while we're here.
Not particularly. It's right next to a save point, so being next to it's meaningless.
Yeah.
You know? Like... If I were saying one of the most important things to me about how games are built, though, I would say just no artificial barriers. If players want to just ignore what you're suggesting they do and go somewhere completely different, just let them, you know? Where are you? Oh, you're going to Gododdin.
Oh yeah, we can do that, can't we?
I would have checked if Rose wanted you to, but... Because, you know, it's not a free exit.
Should've. But, hey, look.
Is it?
Are you looking for Chief Slenge?
Yes. I'm an acquaintance of the chief, and...
I'm sorry, but the Chief is indisposed right now due to illness and will not be taking visitors.
What? He is?
But be of good cheer! In the name of the Shepherd, I vow to heal this noble servant of the people!
Oh, so you're the shepherd, are you?
Nothing escapes your eye, my lady. Indeed, I am the renowned, the incomparable Shepherd Malfour!
Who can't see us in the slightest.
All hail the mighty shepherd.
I can
And they
tell
should have
from your
poked him.
unique accoutrements that you wish you were a shepherd as well. Eminently understandable, but I cannot recommend it. The shepherd's life is one of solitude. He spends his days in constant battle, unappreciated by the world he cherishes.
Okay?
In any case, rest assured that the village chief is in the caring hands of Shepherd Malfour.
Do you think it's malevolence that's causing his illness?
Is the chief even sick? I don't trust that guy.
But we do know that the amount of malevolence in this village is increasing.
Let's start by reviving the blessing of Gododdin. We can worry about the chief after that.
Makes sense. That's the real shepherd's job, after all.
Then that one kid tells you
Yeah.
about the,
Did that kid have resonance or something? That dirt leech he talked about is a Hellion, isn't it?
Yes. It's a very troublesome Hellion with high vigilance. It'll be difficult to catch it.
we know how to catch it. We had to establish that last playthrough.
I forgot.
It's in the... Isn't it in this area we need to go anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is a pretty trivial amount of money.
You're right. I'm not gonna. But no, what's the... What was the gimmick again?
The sneaky
Oh,
feed
yeah.
on Rose.
Super noxious leech.
It'll... I mean, Crown Fire hits everywhere. I promise it'll be okay.
The blessing restored here, which will make doing the crucible here later significantly less obnoxious.
We might want to give this Crucible a try before we do the Wind Shrine, but as the very last thing
Yeah.
we try. This Crucible is definitely the dumbest one, because Lila is just not built to fight on her own.
I mean, it is, but maybe. I mean, you remember how dumb,
I mean, Zavid's is really dumb too, just because the enemies have way too much health and
well, you
defense.
remember how basically it wasn't survivable except for then you stack defense and do, and throw up, an all divide and it suddenly becomes possible. Because that was like the one place we used an all divide in our last playthrough.
Yeah, all divides are mostly totally not worth it, but in that one case, it's just pretty ridiculous.
Speaking of ridiculous, exploring this cave.
I almost suggest if it's a big loop and you do both sides, just complete the boss, because then we get the blessing back and we can explore it a little better.
That's a good point.
Doesn't it look like Suray's just intentionally running slowly right now?
Give it your all!
Unleash your hidden power! Infuse it! Let's get out of here!
Will that remember that?
Remember what?
How I set her to manual?
I don't know. I am gonna do this though, because this is not the most useful recipe outside of healing, so I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, it remembers it. Just make sure whatever you do not to get a dangerous encounter. Intentionally hit an enemy if you have to avoid it,
Yep.
you know? Did that rock just fall on Suray's
Oh, it
head?
looked like it.
So our journey came to an end, and they were never heard from again.
We can't afford to hold back. Let's do this!
No. It's a martial arts trained Hellion. Should be pretty tough.
If you don't let it come near you, it's no big deal.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Leave! There's a message from Lady Lake.
And Pendrago.
I like messages from Lady Lake and messages from Pendrago.
Yep,
Don't you?
we have to restore the blessing here first, don't we?
Yes, we do.
I want it now. It's my money and I want it.
The best part about it is, see, for you, that weapon is just extra stats on Mikleo. For me, that weapon is a dagger in Rose's other hand.
That's a good point. But it's also moving Mikleo towards a
Sanctified weapon. Hey, if we get 20 of those daggers, it'll move Rose toward a sanctified weapon, right? Wield
oh my
sanctified
god.
weapons in each hand.
These enemies are so obnoxious.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, we have a lot of meter now, right?
Poop, 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 poop.
We can't afford to hold back. Let's do this.
Mikleo is full, so.
Let's just get out alive.
You should switch both our Seraphs out just so they'll be healing instead of hurting, and because they're both full.
Yeah.
If we're gonna have to deal with this, at least we should get the rewards.
Running from encounters in this dungeon is super duper fun. I do like how this playthrough though our tactics have evolved where we just keep the AI in manual because the auto dodges is more reliable survival for how that dumb the AI normally is in this game.
And I know some people switch it to simple for random battles, but honestly, the way we've been playing, I think staying on Chaos the whole time has really helped us just because of what it's done to the treasure chest equipment.
Yeah.
Like, as long as you use the auto dodge abilities and escape immediately, random battles are not a threat. Okay, we have to set up our party. We're gonna have a lot of meter. We have herbs.
Let's eat an ancient donuts. I like ancient donuts.
Art defense should probably go to your side because it's art defense.
Now which recipe do we want?
Probably just one of the stat ones. We have one of the burn ones, but it'd be nice to save it for a more serious boss fight than this thing. Because it's a completely ridiculous recipe.
Oh.
You have no choice. Sound effects gone.
Give it your all. So tight.
He's weak to fire, amorphous, and dragon. I can't hit dragon, but I can hit those other two.
If you can hold them back, we'll follow your lead.
Aim and fire. Here's the sky. Arrow squall. Aim and fire. Blistering bang. Break on through. Here's the sky. Arrow squall.
Vermilion burning shot.
Here goes. Break on through. Here's the sky. Arrow squall. Blistering bang. Here's the sky. Arrow squall. Saint Zero. Blistering bang. Saint Zero. Blistering bang. As your assault. Spirit cleansing. Elixir for tank.
Shot! Purgatory effect!
Aim and fire.
Break
Break on through.
This thing's hard to combo because so much crap whiffs against it.
Have you considered just spamming Arrow Squall once we get going?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that.
I couldn't move, it just locked me.
Spirit cleansing! Elixir for take! Saints arrow! Here it goes! Here's the skies! Arrow squall! Here's the skies! Arrow squall! Here's the skies! Here's the skies! Arrow squall!
We do need to get going though.
Arrow squall! Here's the skies! Arrow squall! Here's the skies! Arrow squall!
Because you're really not helping us get going.
Saints arrow! Here it goes! Here's the skies! Arrow squall! Aiming fire! Here it goes! Here's the skies! Arrow squall! Here's the skies! Arrow squall!
That's so stupid.
What? Just the stun?
Yeah. Because that did no... Oh, we have a retry. Cool. That did nowhere near enough damage to threaten me, but you know. Oh, and you're doing the
Oh
medium
yeah, I
thing?
forgot to do that last time. I keep forgetting to do that. Silly me.
Okay. This thing's not really that durable. It's really small.
It's really obnoxious to combo is what it is.
Water or Mattis's moves have a very difficult time hitting an enemy of this size.
My spells don't.
The bad thing about your spell, though, is it drags them down, you know? It actually reduces the time I have to get my next Crown Fire in.